Oh, it's great. I almost got all of our Creed fucking jokes in. We're live, pal. Welcome to another edition of the Dirty 20.
Damn.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
This is the
Last
season
time,
the season 2 premiere.
two premiere. Uh,
I Creed.
last time it's been a few weeks. You guys had your final your battle with Conan against Dagon or Dagoth. Sorry, you squared up with Tothamon. When he was summoning Shumagorath, trying to bring him into the world. Something happened. Shumagorath was killed by the same figure that's kind of been haunting you guys since the start of the campaign. He came to the cave, in the tomb that you guys were in on Mount Crom. Had some words with you guys. Gave you an option to work with him as he wants to, as after he revealed that he wants to pretty much do a complete hard reset on the known universe, multiverse. It seemed as if Enafine was going to, but then when he, asked her to kiss the rings, so to speak, she decided that she couldn't do. At which point, he began, just to prove a point, smiting everybody in the party. He killed all the the remaining bears that Kavonian had summoned. He started dropping everybody one by one. At which point, Tinzo, using the magic in the newly found magic in his ring, was able to stop and rewind time to beforehand. And upon hearing some, a celestial voice in his head tell him to remember the words from the celestial saying he heard Tothamon saying, was able to open up a portal with which everybody was able to go through before the big bad was able to really do anything. At that point, you guys awoke in the middle of this grassy field, beautiful blue sky above you. Everything seemed okay until all of a sudden you started seeing flaming cannonballs going overhead. You watched as a giant black dragon flew across. At which point everybody got up, kind of started scanning the area, and that's where we ended off. So as of right now, you don't know. I mean, you guys actually do know, but your characters don't. What? Nice.
That's very nice.
What world you're on, where you are, what's going on. But as you scan around the area, if you were to look to the north, anybody looking to the north, you would see a large army, all in formation, all like humans, elves, pretty much any race that and they're all dressed similar colors, dark blues, greens, all in formation. They're marching forward slowly. You see behind them trebuchets and catapults, just archers way behind, just launching. And if you guys were to anybody looking turns to the south, you would see this massive goblin, troll, ogre, and orc army. Just giant trolls, clubs, ogres. You see, very large orcs, very human-esque, but large, muscle-bound orcs. And in the center of it, you see this large number of goblins. And in the center of that mass, you see this kind of like a Xerxes-esque kind of like battle throne pedestal. Sitting on top of it is their supposed leader, who's the head of this army. And around him, you see multiple musicians, very much Mad Max Fury Road-esque.
Oh.
They're all playing this shitty goblin death metal. Very eerily reminiscent of what you've been hearing as you've been hunted by Scrat Loin. And as you're watching them, you just hear that shrill goblin, yes, yeah. And the same thing. They've got these just really rudimentary catapults. Their stuff looks like really thrown together, held together by shitty rope and cloth. You know, kind of last second, like not really well made comparatively to the human army. But as you look at the same time, you notice that this black dragon is kind of circling around behind this army and doing its proverbial rounds in that sense behind them. Gives you the idea that they have some form of control over this winged beast. At the same time, if you were to scan the ground you're standing on, you would notice there's celestial runes burned into the ground. You guys kind of appeared, like, with how all the humans are looking at you and all the goblins, you would probably guess that you appeared there, kind of like the Terminator would appear in, like, you know, after a time travel in a flash of light and these.
Except we're all clothed.
You're all clear. Nobody's naked, unless they want to get naked. Ruckus is with you. You didn't lose Ruckus. Everybody's together. And
no Conan.
No,
no Conan. Last thing you remember, as Fatu, the last thing you remember, you were the last one through the portal, was Conan throwing you the Sword of Crom. And then you went through and you had all the flashes of light in the different worlds as you passed through all these different portal gates. No sign of Conan, no sign of Haster, the big bad, no sign of Tothamon or Dagoth or anybody. You're just these are all new faces that you see. Except like the goblins for some reason they all kind of look like Scrat Loin. Which comes off a little bit racist towards goblins that they all look alike. But they all look alike. And with that, take it away. What do you guys do?
What have they reacted to us? Are they like what's their reactions to us? Like, because we just appeared in between these two armies.
Looking around as you see, like you guys got up off the ground when the volley came, like in the middle of that volley from each side. So as you guys stand up, and you're kind of caught in the middle of this battlefield, you can see that everybody, like especially in the front lines on each side, is kind of looking at you guys in the middle, kind of dumbfounded. So that's why you would assume that you guys just appeared out of thin air to them.
I want to cast a cantrip. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I think it's Thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy?
That's it.
What does that do again? Or what are you trying to do?
It has a couple of different things that you can do, but the one that I'm going to pick, your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute.
Okay. By the way, I need to get something off my chest.
Mm-hmm.
It was revealed to me in my other campaign. I have been doing time in battle all wrong. The way I've been doing it, because I've never had anybody question it, I always took it that everybody's turn, like in order, like everybody's turn was 6 seconds. So if there were 10, like the party and other people, 10 total people, 1 full round would take a minute. Whereas in reality, it was brought to my attention that 1 full round is 6 seconds.
Oh wow.
So going forward, I just want to let you know I'm going to change to that
Wow.
so that so that things you guys cast actually last longer, and two, it just to be correct in the mechanics of the game. I just wanted to let you guys know so I don't all of a sudden do it and you're like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is how we've been
But
doing
back
it.
to what you were doing. You want to cast Thaumaturgy. What are you trying to do with it? You wanna
I
boom
want
your voice?
I want my voice to boom 3 times as loud for 1 minute.
Okay.
And you said they're looking kind of like dumbfounded, like what the fuck is this? Like, did they stop in their tracks or are they still fighting?
You would notice as you looked at the human, if looking at the human side, they have kind of slowed and stopped their march upon your guys' arrival. There's everybody's at the ready. They're looking at you guys like, wait, what the fuck? Like I said, you notice the humans, elves, half orc, things that look like half orcs, half like everything that every kind of race is in this army, and they're looking at the entirety of the party like, what the fuck?
Okay, so
Like what? The orcs on the other end, the goblins, they've stopped, but they're very just
okay,
they're
so
feral.
I turn
Ravenous.
to the party and I say, just just follow my lead. And then
Are you still? Had you done that already? Are you like deafening us?
No, I'm gonna cast it after. So I'm gonna whisper that to you or say it to you.
You're shout out to
Follow my
Felix.
lead. I'm gonna say follow my lead,
Salute
and
to you,
then
my guy.
I cast Thaumaturgy, and I yell, "You must stop this fight!" And I say, "We were sent from a higher power because a bigger threat is coming to your world, and we have to work together. But you must stop this fight."
Give me a. I don't want to say. Give me a persuasion. Give me a persuasion check for the humans.
All right. I get a
I like how
plus.
Kevin arrives at a world and immediately starts playing a referee. Like,
Well, to justify it, I feel because Kevonian, he's been in a lot of different situations in his life, and we've been. This is not the first portal that we've been sucked into and had to go through. And I immediately see 2 armies surrounding us with no way out, and it's just the first thing that I think of.
oh, there's always a way out. We
So
run.
anyway, I got a 30. I got an 18, and I have a plus 11.
Okay.
Wait, that's 29. Sorry.
Okay. As you say
Cause
that,
math.
you notice the human army, they've stopped in place. Guys, a lot of the guys have kind of just like stopped. They're talking amongst themselves. Now I need you to give me a deception check for the goblin army at disadvantage.
Am I really deceiving them though?
Yes.
That you might be. It's all in how they perceive your words.
Wouldn't it still be a persuasion check then? Because I'm not being deceptive. I am telling the truth.
Well,
Are you?
let me check with God on how the goblins take your words.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken, how do the goblins take his words? They hate elves and humans. Yeah, it's deception at a disadvantage.
Okay. I had to try.
I know, I get it.
So 14 disadvantage. So 11. So then plus 17.
17. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
So the Goblin King, he's stop. What are these words you say, elf scum?
Half elf. Thank you very much. There is a
Be quick with your words before I kill you.
There is a darkness. I will say it when you let me speak. Are you done?
Kill them!
Shit.
And the front lines of this goblin army start running at you guys.
I run toward the humans.
As you turn and run towards the humans, they start running at you too. They see the goblin army running, and you're running at a wall of humanity. What do the rest of you do?
Can I jump? I am half elf. Can I do some Legolas shit? Like,
You can try.
anybody else have any ideas? Let's go. We're a team, people. Wake up.
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna try and play referee right from the start. I thought we were just gonna like.
As Kevonian starts running, and you're all just kind of like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is going on?
Let's get in high gear, guys.
This blood curdling just, and you look, and the dragon has now turned, and it's making an approach towards you guys' position.
I continue to run towards the humans. That's
Okay,
fine.
you're running.
We're all gonna
I don't
run
know what
towards
anybody
the
else is doing.
We're going to run. I'm running towards the humans.
Inafene's checking her laundry.
No, she's getting me a table.
Okay.
You're a table.
Man can't get his own table. Girl works all day, and she's got to get her man a table. Is that the table that you bought when I got mine at the same time?
I'm gonna try this. See if it works. I'm gonna go ahead and rewind. Pretty much everything he just said. With the Ring of Time alteration, because I can use it. You know, we're not in battle.
When we come back, you should
The
just
one that you just used to prevent everybody from dying.
What do you mean?
That's what. Yeah, the
Yeah,
the
because
ring
we
to
almost
rewind time.
died. How many charges does it have on it? Because you used it the last time to help us not die.
'Cause I don't know about like.
So as you go to you see this going on. You see the dragon flying in. The army's coming at you. You go to summon that magic from the ring, and nothing happened.
Well,
What do the rest of you do?
I'm continuing to run. If Kevin's running, I'm running.
All right. So Kaylin,
I yelled to Tinzo, and I yelled to Inafine. Like, can you guys Misty Step us to the other side of this army? Is that possible?
No,
no,
not on Misty Step.
no.
Who has something that could like make a shield around us? Oh, your mic's not on.
Yeah, your mic's not on.
I'm wow, it's so sick.
Echoing.
Echoing.
I'm running, studying this sword that I just got from Conan. 'Cause it looks like it possesses some magical property. I have no idea what's going on. I see trolls coming from one end,
You have
humans coming
mics.
from another.
You have two mics close to each
Dipshit
other.
Kevonian trying to talk to everybody. I don't know what's going on, so I just
So you're
Okay.
running, studying the sword.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm just running, following the sounds of Inafine and Kevonian yelling, "Follow me," or whatever.
When one of you talks, the other one has to mute.
Fatu, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wild echoes, pal.
I liked it.
It sounded like you were like doing this from a stadium, like, "Hey, everybody."
I'm speaking to you from the void.
I have
Now
no
coming to the plate. Number one,
No.
needle dick.
Needle dick.
It says I can touch someone and then give them a protective magical force until the spell ends.
One person.
Fatu,
Oh,
wisdom saving throw.
oh, oh, oh,
Whoa.
oh.
Whoa.
Hold on a second there, brother. I was a Navy SEAL, you know.
Yeah, I think mage armor's only 1%.
Now I live in the Baja.
Can't hear you.
Rolled a 12.
12. All right. As you're running, and you're kind of scanning back and forth, like looking at everybody, and you're studying the sword. Like you're running, and before you know it, like all of a sudden you go to look up, and there's just that front line right in front of you, and you smash right into the front guy, fall on your tuchus. You don't take any damage, but you're boof, and he's looking at, and the front guys are like, out of the fucking way! You're gonna run like power. Get the fuck out of my way!
Humans?
Humans. That's a human.
Humans. Gonna let me do that create and destroy water eyeball thing? With the goblins?
I can see. Okay. What are you doing?
I'm gonna hold my ground. They're coming at me, right?
You're not running. You're just holding your ground.
No, I'm gonna hold my ground. If you let me do this, I will hold my ground. You ready?
Dope.
All right.
Hold on. Everybody else ran, right?
I am running.
Everybody else ran.
I am running as far
Okay.
away from danger as
Tinzo?
possible.
I'll stay with Nori. Just to
Stay behind. I'll get behind me.
okay.
Chiron.
Is she gonna Moses them? Like are you about to like put the 10 Commandments some shit like?
So
What?
I just hold on. Let me see if
So
I
as
have.
everybody's running towards the human side, Fatu bumps into the front guy because he's studying this sword. Kevonian finds like a hole in between the lines, kind of runs through. Enophine, Ruckus gets when everybody's kind of skirting through the front lines of the human army. Nori is standing her ground with Tinzo behind her. You fucking serious, dog? Alright, as now, you hear the commotion coming up behind you, and you see this wave of goblin, troll, ogre, and orc just death coming at you, as well as the dragon coming at you. What do you do?
Okay, so I am going to start running towards that giant wall of them.
Okay.
And as I do that, I'm going to cast Destroy Water. And it is a 30-foot cube around me. Anybody who touches that 30-foot cube for the next 10 minutes, their eyeballs explode. Because I'm going to destroy the water in their eyeballs. So, my thought is, I'm going to run directly to that wall. I'm going to hit that wave of people, and I'm just going to keep going straight through. And whoever gets... And a couple months ago, we did the math on this. That's a good about 600 pairs of eyeballs for the amount of water that I'm allowed to destroy.
You said it's a 30-foot cube around you?
Yes, so I don't cast
So
it.
30 feet behind you also.
No, it's in front of me. I decide where the cube starts. So in front of me, forward.
And he was ready.
Yeah, no. I
I
made
was
sure
ready to slaughter a human.
Tinzo will not be in. That's why I said goodbye.
We're not going to have to get him new eyes.
Didn't one of us already lose an eye?
Ruckus.
Oh,
Ruckus got stabbed in the eye by Scrat Loin.
that's right.
All right. What can I? What do I want?
I kind of feel like it looks like one of those like really awful games the girls play on their phone where they just run the person through a mob of people and take them down as fast as possible.
Okay. Just give me a straight D20 roll on this.
Okay. Okay, come on, computer. 11.
Roll a real die.
No, I don't have any.
You suck. All right. So you start running, just charging at this goblin army. You put your hands out, and all of a sudden the front lines in the front, and 30 feet out in front of you, side to side, the whole cube. The front wave of guys, they just all of a sudden just start, their eyes start exploding in their heads. And you just hear like, they just collapse onto the ground as you begin running through. And just wave. Tenzo, as you're standing behind her, you're watching as all these goblins and trolls, they're just falling to their knees, screaming and blood pouring out of their fucking face holes. And then finally, you run, you hear this deep bellowing, like, as this giant troll, his eyes are just fucking pouring, like the liquid of his eyes are pouring down his face. And he starts to fall on you. Give me a dex save. I'd say you've taken out a good...
Me dex save?
Dex save.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
well,
fuck.
well, I was gonna say,
What'd you roll?
I don't want to talk about it.
You rolled a natural 1, didn't you?
Fucking did.
no.
Dex
Oh,
So now, okay. So
7
as you're
total,
doing this, you're just pop, and the horrible, the high pitched squeals of goblins as they're falling onto the ground in pain from their eyes exploding, the deep bellows of orcs and ogres and trolls, as the same things happening to them. As the seas part of pained creatures, and you see this troll, you're moving too quick to be able to get out of the way, and he falls directly on top of you. You are pinned down to the ground.
Okay, but can I roll? It's a concentration spell, so can I roll for concentration to keep it up, even though he pinned me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh shit, what do I roll? What's a concentration?
What's your magical?
I don't know.
I think it's
what's magical?
Constant. No. What would? Is it just a D20?
Let me just double check.
Oh.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Okay. Come on. Ooh, nat 20.
All right.
Good reverse.
Now, so as you're pinned down, this thing's laying on most of your torso. You can't get it off. It's
Yeah.
way too large right now for you to be able to push it off. But you're able to continue your focus on the spell. So you're still anything that's things are kind of giving you a wide berth, because anything that's coming near you, its eyes are exploding. Tenzo, were you following her the entire time?
I was like behind her because she told me to stay behind. So I'm close, but not that close.
Okay, how far away would you say you were?
Well, the thing is in front of her, so I'd be like giving myself like maybe 10 feet from her, maybe 15.
Let me bring this. Okay, let me change this. So we got. I'm gonna move everything up here. Kwyn's. Kavonian's gone.
Yeah.
Fatu's on the ground. Chiron's running. Enofine's running. You guys are in. So as you watch that giant troll just collapse on top of Nori, you stop and you immediately realize you are now dead center in this army. Like you see the creatures are giving her a bit of a wide berth as she's still just going at anything that comes near her it's losing its sight. But now they see you and they start coming at you. What do you do?
Tell Nori, I think we need to get the hell out of here.
I
And
think I'm
then,
stuck.
okay, I go over to her. Because so far, if they're charging at me, I still go.
think. Hear me out.
Bring
I
it
think
to your
I have
bill.
enough control over it that I wouldn't take his eyes out on that nat 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so if he
Yeah.
comes to me to help me, I'm still able to use that spell, but not on him.
All
Yeah,
right.
like my whole thing was always avoiding wherever you're pointing. And what I want to do is,
Or Tinzo. So you go over to help. You go over to try to help her get out from underneath this.
so I tell her to grab my hand. That would
Okay.
break the spell. And hopefully, if she latches onto my hand, I thunderstep out towards, I guess the human side.
Towards the humans. Okay.
Yeah, because I can actually grab her and teleport us out of there.
You could have done that the
Okay.
whole time.
Well, I was following her because I didn't know what was going to happen. And
No,
so,
I mean before when I was like, can anybody Misty step us out of here?
yeah, I can only do it with one person.
You could have got me
All
out
right.
of there.
Are you going, Nori? Are you going to willingly break the spell?
It's a concentration. I don't have to.
Okay.
So I can grab his hand while still casting it, and if he takes me and we bounce, and I'm okay enough to keep walking, I still have another, let's assume this has only been maybe 30 seconds. I still have another 10 and a half or 9.5 minutes to use this spell. Because I haven't lost my concentration yet.
All right, Tinzo, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Although, in your defense of this, it can only be a certain amount of water, so if you tell me that I've used it all, then I'm done.
How much water can it be?
It can be... Hang on. I can
11
just
plus 7, 18.
destroy
15? Okay.
10 gallons of water.
I'd say you've used 10 gallons. You've destroyed 10
Okay,
gallons.
so then if he grabs me, I'll be done with it. That's
Okay. All right. So you run up, and as you reach out to grab Nori's hand, you notice at the same time another large troll is coming in and reaching at your face to try to grab you to kill you. You're able to grab her hand before it does, and you're gonna thunder step out.
Yeah.
All right. So thunder step's what, 30 feet?
No, 120.
120.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you grab her hand and you
Oh,
cast
sorry,
it
90.
90 feet.
90 feet.
It's a little different than 120.
All right. So as you grab her hand and like you see this thing coming down to grab you, you cast the spell, and then boom, this large just blast of thunder just levels all the creatures that are standing in a 30. What is it? How many? What's the radius on that?
Wait, hold on. Wait, okay, it's been a couple weeks. So we are able to flee 300 feet away, and it's a 90 feet range.
80 feet.
90.
So I would hit everybody there, I guess, at
Hold on, I just want to double check.
Yeah, I
Those
gotta
numbers
double
are
check too.
crazy.
Hold on, I gotta double check too, cause yeah.
Thunderstep.
So 90 feet is the range.
90 feet's the range.
Oh, 300
thunder
feet
can
is
be
what
heard.
they hear. Okay, yep.
Yeah. All right. So, and what's each creature within 10 feet? Okay. So I got it. So now, as she grabs hold of your hand, you thunder step out. In the immediate 10-foot radius of that area, all the creatures that are already down holding their eyes are just crushed downwards by this thunderous force. Other ones that are running into the area are blown back away from the origin of where you were standing in all directions. everybody else in the party, all you guys behind the human lines, you just hear this extremely loud crack of thunder, and then suddenly you see appearing relative like 20 feet away from you guys, like Inafine, Kaywin, Ruckus, which you would see Tenzo and Nori appear within like 30 feet of where you guys are, towards the back of these human lines. And then, and they land, and I assume you guys are just kind of running back towards safety.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, you guys are going to watch as these lines just boom. The humans, all of a sudden you're watching as this battle is ensuing.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming she
guys
did some damage to the center of their lines.
Oh yeah, no, you
so,
watch as a huge hole has now appeared in the center of this goblin army, and like the mass of the human the goblin army and the human army is kind of coming in and just exploiting that, and just coming and
yeah, they would be.
they're really starting to put in work on this.
Yeah.
And as you guys regroup, you as you're watching in like the back lines of this human army, they're getting to where everything is. You watch as this black dragon swoops over, and this black miasma, just pure necrotic death, just starts pouring out of its mouth like a thick smoke, and everything it touches just begins to rot and fall off of the bone on all these humans.
I'm gonna try and ride the dragon.
You're gonna try to ride the dragon? How do you want to do that?
I'm gonna wait for. I'm just waiting for my opportunity. At some point in time, it's gonna land, and I'm gonna sneak up on it and do that. But I'm not gonna do that just yet. That's what I'm thinking to myself now.
He's contemplating chasing the dragon.
Because I can speak Draconic. Isn't that the dragon language, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent.
So you watch as it's swooping over like the entirety of the back lines of the human army. This black, it looks like liquid as it pours out. This black, liquidy smoke, just causing rotten decay and death. Anything it touches, you're watching as these guys are just flesh falling off their face. They're just.
I go. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah. They some of the guys look like that one guy from RoboCop after he gets hit with the toxic waste. One guy that looks like that, a fucking catapult rock hits him and he explodes into goo. It's fucking carnage. The dragon, that dragon's just making. You're watching the human army is still destroying, like the numbers game, especially after what Nori did. Even with the dragon, they're tearing down this goblin army. But you start seeing their catapults, they're launching giant bolts at this dragon. You would figure that the humans are going to win because of numbers, but the dragon is definitely a fucking game changer. So you guys you're recouping. What do you guys do?
Can I see any horses around us that aren't attended? It's kind of chaotic right now.
You've got as you're scanning around, you don't see anything unattended. You see the only people that aren't in battle currently. You see two people on horses. One a human male in classic silver plate armor, fully looks like a knight, very regal. The armor on his horse matches. It's got armor on him and armor on the horse have a matching crest. He looks royal and regal in his appearance. He's got a few soldiers standing around him, and next to him on a horse, this elven appearing woman, very regal in her appearance too, gold and green dressings. Same thing on her horse. She's just, you know, super elegant in how she's surrounded by elven archers. They are, but you don't see any unoccupied horses. Not off the top of your head, you know what I mean? Like,
Can I just like shout who's in command over here? Like it's like it's always like there's somebody in command of the battle that's not fighting, or is everybody fighting? Like,
oh, you can say that.
yeah, I'm gonna.
One of the guys.
Who's
Closest? You shout that, huh?
I said, who's closest to me right now? Tenzo?
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Tenzo's closest to you.
All right. I'm going to run back to Tenzo just so I can get the message out quickly. I say, listen, I don't think we should get involved in this. Every time we get thrown into a new world, we instantly get thrown into their conflict, and we can't figure out what the fuck is going on with us. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let them fight and watch it from far away. Get our own fucking information first.
I agree with that.
Kind of like the.
There are a lot of dead bodies around, maybe.
Yes, God.
Not this far back behind where the combat is, Fatu. You like where you guys ran off to. Kaywin, as you scream that, one of the guys, one of the like the guards standing around.
And no singing. Sorry. Kevin and I are having our own private conversation.
Sorry.
Oh. As you yell out like, who's in charge here? One of the guards standing in front of the man that's sitting on his horse. It's like, he's like, who seeks the leader?
Me. No, who said that?
And I point to Kevonian immediately.
What? Say we need to get out of here. Yes. We come to warn you of the darkness.
And then I say, mate, we just came through a fucking portal in the middle of nowhere.
I love the accent all of a sudden.
Mate.
I'm trying.
Mate.
Boy,
We just
we fucking came from that fucking portal.
Yeah, I'm an English elf.
We from Bristol.
Kaywin, what kind of elf are you?
A high elf.
Not half elf. From the.
Because I'm high.
Wait, who did you ask?
Does this sword that I have any markings on it?
Hey!
There are some runes on that sword you don't immediately understand, like you can't decipher them. You feel upon holding it, like you feel like power locked away within it. As you guys are approaching this group and the two people on the horses, the man he's like, he goes, where did you all come from? I assume you must be magic users.
Long fucking story.
Who amongst you is the spellcaster?
We all point to Edifine.
Why didn't we give up Chiron first?
Oh fuck! I forgot about him.
That guy.
He looked. So this man looks at you and he's like,
Chiron speaks up. I go, we were here the whole time.
my lady, what spell was that you that brought you to the middle of this field.
Which one?
Yeah, that wasn't us.
He looks at you. The woman sitting next to him, the elven woman, she looks at you and she starts speaking to you in Elvish. She's like
Me?
you know, brethren. Yeah, you.
No. Okay.
You're both high elves.
Okay.
So she looks at you and she's like, brother, what kind of magic is this? Where are you from? How did you and your friends get here?
I just yell from the back through the portal because I can speak Elvish.
She looks at you like,
I say, what do you know of multiverse theory?
as you say that, she looks at the man on the horse, and she continuing in Elvish, she's like, we have much to speak about it seems. If you
And I say to her, Elvish, this is all nice, but what are we going to do about that dragon?
And then I just have a wry smile across my face.
I say all that in Elvish, by the way, because I too can speak Elvish.
I look at Kevin and I smile.
I just go,
the guy standing in front of the man on the horse, they're like if you're so worried about the horse, or the dragon, something. You're the guys who appeared in the field. You're the magic users.
Well, here's the thing: is I could talk to the dragon as long as you get me on. Could someone fling me onto the dragon like a catapult?
we don't have anymore. Didn't we just say they have catapults and
Catapults, yes.
Yeah.
Can I be flung onto the dragon? like
You know,
Adam Warlock style, just ding. ding, ding.
He
And it's
kind of lets out just a deep. He's like, ah. He's like, I love the energy. He's like, if you wish to be shot out of one of the catapults, you are more than welcome. You want to die moments after appearing here, then feel free.
Well, I was trying to think of ways for me to distract the dragon.
Are you going to do this?
I mean, you
What
know,
happened?
I have an idea, but are you going to do this?
I like to try.
I say, listen.
I'm gonna try and here's my overall out of character. Here's my overall plan. Get up to the dragon, talk to the dragon, try and turn the dragon to our side. Basically just be like saying, pal, do you really want to be fighting for these dicks?
Okay.
You're a dragon. These are goblins. Like
Do you relay that in character? Like, do you tell us that's
No.
what you wanted?
no, I just kind of give you this shy, like the wry look whenever someone brings up the dragon.
Okay.
Can you read your
As you guys are planning this out, you hear,
and then I mention, and then I like mention things like, "Can you fling me onto the dragon?" Like I don't tell you, I just, "Can you fling me onto the dragon?"
as you guys are discussing this, you hear to the west of you the guys running the catapult and the trebuchets and such. You hear like, next wave, goof, 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 and you watch as rocks are slung bolts. One bolt catches the dragon in its one wing as it's making another approach on the human army.
Don't shoot it. Just run away from it. I need it alive.
It screeches out and it kind of comes down, comes down to us, like lands off to the side of the battlefield, working on its wing, and it focuses now its attention towards that line. It's like it turns its head towards where the bolt came from. So the guys protecting the regal looking man.
Oh, so it's coming right. So it's coming right for us.
Oh, it's looking in your direction now. They're like, fella, if you plan on launching yourself and killing yourself here, this is the time to do it.
I'll just do regular stealth then.
I look at Kaywin and I go, it's now or never, buddy. But listen, if you do this, if you can steer it back toward the middle of the field.
Yeah, my plan is I'm going to get on top and try and ride the dragon, and like burn the rest of their army with his death spew.
But if they, but eventually we're gonna have to deal with the dragon, right?
Daenerys Targaryen. I'm gonna try and reason with the dragon.
Listen to me. You can reason with it.
I can talk.
But
I can talk to the dragon.
In the event that it goes wrong, I can preemptively call lightning, and I can set up a lightning cloud at a specific section. So if it flies underneath it, aka you steer it that direction, I can hit it with lightning to knock it out of the air.
Okay. Okay. That's good. It's a good failsafe if this goes horribly wrong.
So it's a plan B.
Yes, plan B.
All right. So the dragon is now it's slowly walking towards you.
Walking.
And yeah, it's on the ground. It got clipped in its wing.
Oh,
It's landed.
I thought it was still.
It's very angry. You
So I
hear
guess
the
we'll-
dragon.
They usually talk. Just FYI.
Yes.
I know. If I got a second here, the dragon immediately, as it's approaching the location of all the catapults and the bolt tossers and the trebuchets, you hear this very just puny human and your weak, pathetic weapon. You think a stick sharpened at one end is going to take me down? I'm going to burn the flesh off your bones. And it starts to pick up some speed as it's approaching you. The fuck do you guys do?
Dodge.
I turned toward the. We juke left.
Chiron just he goes, I didn't even fucking do anything to this dragon. What the fuck?
The first time I've spoken in 3 weeks.
Don't mess with the 8-ball.
I turned toward I don't know if they're the Lord, the 2 leaders, whatever they are, King, Queen, Lord, Lady. I say, do you have any ideas of how to deal with this? Otherwise, we should run.
Oh. Hang on. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals. That's what I'm gonna do. I could cast that, and I don't have to like be touching it to. I could just like speak Draconic.
Where are you? All right, so hold on.
I use my maximum movement speed, and I go about here, 35 feet. Right next to Inafine, basically, where my character is.
Oh, well, she's like, Inafine, are you kind of running away from this dragon now? Because I know Chiron is.
I'm following like what Fatu's doing, but I was gonna cast a spell on the dragon, so I'm kind of like stopping where I am currently.
All right, so you're standing your ground, okay?
Yeah, but I'm gonna wait for Kaywin to talk to the dragon before I cast.
Okay, when you're kind of coming like right here, right?
Yeah.
This dragon is beelining at you. You're gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals at first level.
All right, what are you gonna say to it?
I'm gonna be like, impend to it. I'm gonna bow to it formally.
You're gonna go smog on it.
Yeah.
Smaug.
Yeah, I'm gonna acknowledge its noble presence, and I'm going to try and bargain with it, and try and basically cut it a better deal. Whatever the other side is giving you, we'll give you more of whatever it is you need. If you just kill all the goblins, you're a dragon.
Okay.
Why are you associating with goblins?
Okay, so as you cast Speak with Animals and you start speaking loudly and Draconic, you notice that the dragon is slowing down and it's coming to a halt about 10-15 feet away from you, and you can finally get a better scope of the size of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's at least from tip of mouth to end of tail about 200 feet long. 30 plus feet from ground to the top of its back. It's massive, a very large dragon, and it stops. And what do you say to it?
I'm not your buddy, guy.
I say, first of all, I start out by saying, hello there.
You're little Nobi.
It looks the thing. It looks a little, and it's you hear it say, "You dare speak the tongues of my fathers?"
I have interacted and fought and rode many of your kind before. I am friend to all dragon.
As it's standing before you, it's just kind of a bit of that black smoke leaves its mouth as it just, huh. And you guys notice that everybody is kind of stuck in place watching this interaction.
We are too.
Yeah.
Also, while this is going on, are they distracted enough to not pay attention to their horses?
And I say, why would I'm wondering why a dragon would lower itself to such depths of association with goblinkin and orc folk and clearly inferior life forms.
It's a good strategy.
I know. It looks at you. He goes, "My plan's my plan. I don't have to worry about the goblin kind."
Well, maybe we could come to some sort of arrangement where you don't have to worry about the humankind either. And we could let them live, and everybody comes to that.
What do you have in mind?
Whatever the goblins are paying you, double.
The dragon lets out a bellowing laugh. Where do you suppose to get these riches?
They're good. Look at this people. Look at these people. They're armored knights and opulence. They surely have enough.
Little did he know the goblins are paying him in dead babies.
Yeah. You hear the dragon scans the area, like where everything is, the lord and lady on their horses.
I also apologize for the humans for shooting at them. They did not know how to speak Draconic, such a noble language.
You hear the dragon talks to you in your own mind.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, telepathy.
The dragon, you hear it in your own head. The dragon tells you, he's like, "Whatever deal you plan on making, well, the goblins are giving me my own treasure, my own hoard to begin with.
How about you just literally just become lord of all the goblin lands and they become the dragon lands? Like, I'm sure I could smooth it over with the people in charge over here."
Did you think? You hear he says, "What did you think the other half of their payment was?"
Okay, so I'll just take.
When we're done here, I'm going to take all the riches from all the humans.
My friend over there, the fish woman. My point over.
I'm gonna need you to give me a dex save at disadvantage.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's not good.
I mean, I do have +8, so as long as it's not like a total
Help
botch.
action! It's something I can do. I'm waving.
Okay.
You don't.
Fine.
You're too far away.
Oh, wow,
Kenny,
that
I don't know
was
if-
really, really
Kenny,
slow.
I don't know if this would be like, I guess I'm asking you as a DM. Would this
One was
dragon
a 17.
be familiar with, like, let's say the wizard that we just encountered?
Give me a Arcana, or actually, hold on. Give me an insight.
17. 17 was my.
17. So you hear the dragon suddenly, it stops talking to you in your head, and it bellows out. Just very loud. "Filthy elf, interrupting me! and before you have the time to react, this thing spins around and its tail smacks you before you can get out of the way, and you go flying. Now, whoopoosh, I need you to make give me a Constitution save now to see how much damage you take.
My dice is going mad slow, son. 5. 6. 5 plus 1, 6.
You rolled a 6?
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
I rolled a 10 on that insight.
You're gonna take 18 points of bludgeoning damage, Kaylin.
Ow.
As you go flying backwards, and the only thing that kind of stops you is the small bolt tosser that you smash into and decommission with your body.
I'm like, oof.
You're now on the ground, just you rolled a 10 on that insight check?
Yeah, I mean, this is. I guess I don't know if this is more for you or do I have to ask it? I'm not sure.
You, upon looking at it, you wouldn't assume it knows the BBEG you guys just ran into in Conan's world. All right, is anybody else doing anything? Because the dragon smacked Kaywin backwards. he's like, rodents, scum. You want to make deals with me? Necrotics.
You're making
The
deals.
Black
we don't-
Death.
But some of us don't understand him.
He rears up, and you watch as this pool of this black smoke begins to form in its mouth, and he's letting loose.
He's spooging.
Oh yeah, he's giving you the black bukkake.
Oh boy.
Is there anybody on a horse near me?
Yeah, there's the woman and the guy probably like 10 feet away from you, and they're surrounded.
I finally
Yeah,
looked
the
down
only
at my horse after I just saw Kaywin got the shit knocked out of him.
You want to do what?
I said I looked down from my sword because I've still been admiring this thing, and I see Kaywin get knocked the shit out of him, and I just turn around and I start slowly walking away from the dragon, and I whistle to Ruckus and Inafine to follow my lead. Now.
All right. So as the dragon bellows out this black miasma at you guys, you're Fatu, you, Inafine, and Ruckus, you're trying to get away from it. This stuff pouring out. As it reaches where, like, who would be the closest one now? Let's say Chiron's here. So you guys are walking off. You watch, it's just bellowing this shit out all this whole area, like in this whole direction. Just bleh. And the first person it should hit should be Chiron. He's just like, oh, fuck. And he just kind of falls, like, covers up. And you watch as the smoke, where it should hit him, it looks as if it hits a wall. And Kevonian, you, upon scanning now for empty horses in a panic, you see the lady on her horse. She's in the middle of, she's in a trance. She's casting some kind of spell. Whatever she's doing is now protecting everybody, every one of you and them, from this black cloud of death. At the same time, you hear that's the guys with all the machinery. Next wave, and the dragon, it starts getting fucking pelted, and it just it turns, and it starts to run back towards the battle, and it takes back off. Oof. And upon looking back at that woman sitting on her horse, you notice she's got a bit of blood trickling down out of her nose.
I say, got a bit of red on you.
She, oh,
Red on your ledger.
by the gods, she goes, it's been a while since I've done that much. She looks at the man on the horse next to her. She's like, we should go back to camp. And they start slowly going off. The human, like that, the dragon kind of takes off, like it's leaving. The human, you see this, the minutes have like multiple minutes. This has been some time between everything. The humans are really annihilating this goblin army. That goblin king on his shitty throne being carried. You know, you kind of just hear like a faint like retreat. The humans are the human army is continuing. It's following. It's trying to annihilate them, and like they're kind of retreating back towards this mountain range. But yeah, the lord and lady, they've turned around. They're guys, you know, there's still no horses. What, you know, after she just saved your guys' asses, what do you do?
Cavonian turns to Tenzo. I still think we should leave and not get involved.
We don't know where the fuck we are, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a difficult one.
Chiron looks at you and goes, "Where the fuck are we gonna go?"
We can go over there. And I just point another direction. Let's just go that way. Let's just go that way. Let's
Why
not
don't,
get up
You
again.
don't even know what direction you're pointing.
if I may, why don't we follow the one actual magic user we just watched and see if they can help us?
We're just gonna get sucked through another portal again.
Yeah, that's the point. We got to get sucked through the portals until we find the right portal to go home.
I'm done sucking. I'm done sucking. I just want to blow.
Listen to me. I need you
Come
to
on,
shut
you're
up for a
never
second
done
and
sucking.
suck like you've never sucked before, all right? Because we got to get sucked in all these portals. I'm going to keep sucking until we're done sucking, all right? But a bunch of suckers, all of us. And that's all that you need to understand. Let's go.
I'm gonna go follow the magic lady. I'll see you guys.
Look at this cool sword.
That is pretty.
Let's take a walk.
I take out my barrel of lotus weed and I and I put together a pipe.
Your barrel? You're holding a barrel?
I bought the thing. I'm using it.
Yeah, we have the bag of holding for a reason. There's a lot of lotus weed in our bags.
It's true. I remember that.
Yep, I did not forget.
So are you you're following
Reluctantly, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Cavonian, at least.
So you follow them for probably about a mile or two, a couple miles, and you come across like their frontline camp. The Lord, you know, they each get off their horses and they step into their own tents. And you approach this camp. There, you know, there's other soldiers there. There's a lot of wounded. There's a whole medical tent. There are people running around, coming, going, bringing news from the battle. You know, the battlefield. Like, clear beds. There's gonna be a lot of wounded coming in this time. That damn dragon killed so many men. Oh heavens! It's ugly. You see, it kind of looks like a Civil War fucking camp. Those guys are sitting there like bandaged eyes, like, oh, who might you be, youngin? One guy looks at you. He's like, are you guys the only ones that made it out alive?
Yeah.
Yes? Oh my god. This is bad. We're all gonna die. The world of man is it's gonna fall. Oh, the goblins are they're gonna kill and rape and eat all of us and oh my god, our kids.
I walk over and I smack him in the face.
Oh my god! And he tears off running through the camp.
He gets smacked
All of
and
you
still
fellas.
runs.
Guy really just freaked out just now, huh?
This woman steps out of the tent he was sitting in front of. She goes, by the gods, what did you say to him? He's got a horrible brain injury. What did you say to him?
He just started yelling at us.
He started yelling at us. Yeah.
Oh, is everybody here okay? She
I
looks
take
at
a
you,
big
Gabriel.
off of my fucking J.
Just out of curiosity, are the trolls actually raping and eating all of you people right now?
What?
I say I think I might have a broken rib.
Well, the brain guy just said that trolls were eating and raping. I just want to make sure that that's not actually happening.
Was that the brain thing, or was that the brain?
Is that a brain thing or an actual story? Is what I'm trying to figure out right now.
She looks. She goes. Didn't you guys just come from the battlefield? You would know better than me whether or not trolls are raping and killing and eating people.
Listen, if I wanted sass, I'd go to the tavern. Okay.
I mean, they totally. I mean, they totally would.
If I could be quite honest with you, I don't know if they're rapists because they were fighting. There was nothing to rape. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh no.
It's a pretty
No.
wrong thing. They even have something against it in their society.
All the troll orc cultures do not believe in. There's no such thing as consensual sex. Like it's all rape.
Well,
According to some of the books I've read.
Yeah. Trolls
Glad we're
rape.
having this conversation.
who's in charge of?
By the way, this is all in
of this?
character. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, who's in charge here of what's going on? Who's your captain, leader, king? What is it? Which one do you have?
Well, this army is a joint effort by Lord Braun of what was it? Hold on, what was the city again? There it is. Lord Braun of Erebor, and her lady, the high lady Celeria Dragonbreast of Verdusk.
Was that dragon breath or dragon breast?
Dragon Breast.
Breast.
Wait, High Lady, what?
Celeria, CylYria.
Got it.
Only two people taking notes.
So, where is Lady Valeria?
Totally fine.
And I literally, as soon as they say breast, I snicker and say, breast.
She looks at you. She goes, "Your rib seems fine to me."
I cough up a thing of blood and I spit it on the floor. I don't know.
Can we speak with
She
High Lady
looks
Valeria?
she looks at the blood on the floor, looks back at you. Smoke?
Yes.
All right.
I think I might have.
Uh,
I think I might have, and I think I have the head thing. You know.
Are we still following those people?
What was that?
Are we still following them people? The lower the lady?
Like I said, you've made it back to this camp. They've gone in their tents, like their separate tents. You guys have walked into camp and you're at the this is like one of the first tents you've come across, like a large tent, it's a medical tent, and that that guy was sitting outside and lost his mind. So this is the first interaction you've had with these people.
So we had Brain Tumor Man and then we had Sass Lady. I go, where's the tent?
You had grade 3 concussion guy. Where's what?
Where is the tavern tent?
She looks at she goes, "Oh, you're one of those." The tent used for relaxation, so to speak, is couple rows that way. It's on the other side of the Lord and the Lady's tents.
Okay, good, thank you. And I turn around and I walk directly that way.
Okay.
I'm done with this conversation.
So I ask again, where is Lady Deliria?
And she points in the same kind of direction. She goes, she should be in her tent if she's back at camp.
I yell back,
Hers and Lord Braun's tents.
next to the tavern tent.
Yeah, she goes. Their tents are very easy to find.
All right, thank you.
Getting in to speak with them might be a completely different situation, though,
Why is that?
because they're the Lord and the Lady.
How do we get word with them?
She goes, I don't know.
So just to be clear, this war didn't start because of rape.
Oh my god.
No, the Goblin King he's trying to overthrow the world of man.
I turn around, I yell back.
It's a common thing every every couple centuries.
I turn around and I yell back to the group. We can talk about rape at the tavern tent. Let's go.
I say, nice talking to you, lady. And I just start walking to the tavern tent.
So you walk to the tap. Anybody else doing anything, is everybody just walking towards the tavern tents?
I'm trying to find the tent for Lady Celeria.
All right. Let me see. So as you're following the group towards where the nurse pointed for the tavern, you see a couple the two tents that stand out amongst the rest of them. They're much larger. The color scheme, there's crests on each one, and they stand out in comparison to the regular just kind of canvas tents of the other what is it, the everything around them. You notice the one tent, it's got it's a bluish hue on, and the crest is it's like a shield, and in front of it is a horse with a large kind of like javelin sticking through the shield behind it, and a crown in front of the horse's head. And the other tent, it's like a green fabric, and it's got this image of this very large and just elegant tree with gold inlays on it that look like small kind of like stars, but they're on the tree, kind of like fruit. And standing outside of each is a number of different guards. In front of the green tent, you've got three or four very very well armed elvish warriors, and in front of the blue tent, you've got the same number of just very large human warriors just standing there at guard. Huh?
Which one looks like it's got the drunk people?
Well, those I'm talking to Tinzo to give him the idea of what.
Sorry.
To how what he would assume would be the Lord and Lady's tents. Kevonian, as you're walking by those, completely oblivious to those tents because you just want to get drunk, you come around one tent behind. As you pass those, you come around kind of like, I'd say, a corner, and you see this just really large tent. Got rips and tears in it. Right outside the one door, like entranceway, is this slightly bandaged human kind of leaning up against the post, just pissing on the canvas.
Kevonian smiles ear to ear, and he takes a deep inhale. He goes, now I feel better. And I walk straight over there, and I say, 1 ale, please.
If the rest of you are following Kavonian in, you see a small sign outside of this place. It says the Golden Grail.
How long have you been sitting on that one?
I literally just thought that up. I swear to God. So you walk in. You said you ordered an ale?
Yes.
The guy sitting there, he goes, all right. You new in the military?
New to this world, sir.
New to the world? What are you born?
Say it again.
He's looking at what? He puts a tankard of ale in front of me. He goes, that'll be 2 bits.
What's a bit?
Copper.
Oh, very good. And I give him 2 copper.
He looks at him. He goes, "Where the fuck did you get these? Where are these from?
Is it copper?
It's copper. Yeah, but what nation? What country are these from? I've never seen these."
It's a place in another place. It's too much. I gotta take
I lean on the bar and go, "Are you familiar with multiverse theory?"
He looks at you. He goes, "What are you? One of them smart asses?
You don't even know that.
What are you? A wizard? We don't like wizards in here."
I say, actually, and I pull out my lute. I go, I am a bard. And I get on top of whatever table is in there. I drain my ale like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I slam it on the ground. And then I start playing Fantasy with Arms Wide Open by Creed.
Give me a performance check.
With arms wide open.
Under the sunlight.
Welcome to this place. 16.
16. So you start playing, and this place, it's not packed. It's got a good amount of guys in there. Everybody's kind of bandaged or just looks, worse for wear, like they've been through some shit. And as you start just glaring out Creed on your lute, you notice like everybody's kind of just like sitting there, like looking at you. That's beautiful.
I slowly, as I'm playing, I turn the cup that I just threw down, so it's standing upright, and I kind of like nudge it out toward the end of the table, kind of saying like, "Tips are appreciated."
Wow. On a 16, a couple of the patrons kind of, they come by and they drop some copper in. All be told, you probably ended up making 10 copper pieces.
10 copper?
Oh, yeah.
I walk back up to that guy, I dump the copper out, and I go, 5 more ales, please.
He looks at you, he goes, "Did you write that song?"
Yes.
Beautiful.
Every word.
It's really motivating.
Oh my God.
Thank you, sir. And I give 1 ale to Fatu. Who else is in the tent with me right now?
I'd say everybody's in the tent with you.
No, not me.
Not Tinzo. So
All right, so perfect. So I
Kaywin, Fatu, Chiron, Nori, and then 5 people.
I have mine, and I give everybody else an ale.
Who doesn't get one? Because there's 5 other people other than you.
Oh well, I'm gonna give it to Fatu.
I changed mine to water and split it with Inafine.
Okay, so now you only have to give out 3 beers.
All right, so I guess it's Fatu, Kaywin, and Chiron since
I'll crack a beer. I can crack a beer right now.
since Sinto's not there, right?
Right. I'm looking for this green tent.
Well, you walked by it to get to the bar, so.
Oh, that's what I was trying to say before. I'm trying to get to her.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So, real quick, Kavonian, you pass out the beers to Chiron, Fatu, and Kaywin. The ladies have their glasses of water because they're straight edge. Let me pull this up. There you go. All right, Tinzo, come back to you. You notice that those two tents, the green tent and the blue tent, that are guarded. Do you approach them?
I approached the green one. For some reason, I might be in there, but I ask. Well, I'm like, I say to them, "Good afternoon." I'm assuming it's the afternoon.
Yeah, I'd say by now it's probably about 2 in the afternoon.
I'm like, is there a way that my crew and I can get word with Lady Celeria?
As you approach the front of the green tent, the 4-armed elves in a very fluid motion immediately draw their swords out and like hold you at bay. They're like, and they're like who hold on, who should we say is looking to speak with her lady?
We're the group that came through the portal. It's hard to explain what the portal. We were in the we were in the middle of the field.
Our friend that just blew up everybody's eyeballs and created the giant hole for your army to exploit.
Hey, you're not there, Brandon.
They weren't there. They were not there.
Oh, well, he could say that.
And well, if they don't have word of that, I guess. Well, did they receive word of that by any chance? Does that run through a circuit or no?
You guys have been in camp for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Is the battle even been officially declared over?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's still like the human army
is on the process to victory.
Yeah.
Okay. Routing their forces is the proper term.
So then I guess that would sound stupid. How would I word it then? I guess I tell them my crew and I are trying to have a word with Lady Celeria. We just came from this battle. We were in the middle of the battlefield.
Do you have a name, visitor?
I'm Tinzo.
Stay here. And the one on the farthest one on the right pulls the sword back, steps into the tent. You can kind of hear him speaking. What you don't speak Elvish, do you?
No, so I'm oblivious to whatever.
Yeah, well, you can hear what sound what would be Elvish being spoken in the tent. A couple moments pass by. He comes back out. He goes. He tells the other ones something in Elvish, and they pull their swords back. They're still drawn. They turn to let you pass. And he's like, come this way. And as you walk by, the elves that let you pass immediately kind of turn back around behind you, follow you in, with swords still drawn. You step into the tent, and sitting in a very elegant, just little chair, kind of like what were those chairs? The fainting, kind of like a fainting chair, just like just kind of laid down in this very very old. She's just this lady dragon breast is sitting in her tent, and she looks at you. She's like, "Oh yes, one of the travelers who appeared in the middle of the battle, if you'd believe that." She goes, "Come forward, please."
So I walk up.
You seek an audience. What do you? How can I help you?
I don't mean to be an inconvenience, but is there any way that we can come into a few horses?
She looks at you. She goes, "Our horses? For what?"
We are kind of occupied with a few things that we have to take care of, my group and I, and unfortunately we don't have a means to travel. So if there's a chance that we can commandeer any horses that you may have.
She looked at you. She stops for a second. She's pondering. You can tell she's kind of doing some kind of math in her head. She's like, I appreciate how straightforward you are, but we don't have horses just to give out. We assume even if today was a victory, they will regroup and be back in within a fortnight.
What exactly is happening here with your faction and the Goblin faction?
Well, she goes, you really aren't from here, are you?
No, we're not at all.
She goes, it's been a few years since the first attack. This Goblin King, as he calls himself, apparently unified large masses of different goblin clans and trolls and ogres, and all the foul creatures of the Underdark, and created himself an army to take over the above ground. They started ransacking small villages and not, killing everybody. Take this. Whoa, who'd we lose?
Laura.
Enophine.
Yeah, just moved her away from computer because she hasn't touched the mouse. That's
all. All right. She's like, she's explaining. There's been a lot of death, and they were destroying whole villages. Finally, it got to a point where Lord Braun and myself put aside our petty differences to bring our forces together to stand up, and we've done the best we can with what we have. We're waiting. We've waited for the last year plus for word back from any of the major kingdoms. Baldur's Gate didn't. We haven't heard anything from them. The Lord in Neverwinter refused to give us any help. So when I say that we don't have things to just give away to people that we've just met, it's not that I say so maliciously. She goes, we need to keep everything we have to try to continue this fight.
I understand. Is there any chance that you have witnessed any irregularities of portals opening in your world?
She kind of laughs. She goes, well, that depends on what you mean by portals. There are plenty of people who, especially wizards and sorcerers, throughout history that have, been able to teleport themselves to different planes from one continent to another. So portals in that sense are they're more common than you'd assume.
What
Now,
about of the multiversal kind?
she goes, now that is a much rarer experience in this. And she stopped and she kind of shoos away the guards that were. She goes, she shoos them away, says something in Elf, and she looks at you and she goes, I've been on this world for over 1,000 years. When I was a child, my father told me a story of a dark being who came here when he was a child and destroyed an the Elvish kingdom. Took 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 the light of the stars and the moon and then vanished. Like they called him an evil being. Like there's just some evil from the stars. And the more I read into that, the more I saw a different realm, a completely different place. But that is not. She goes coming from a different universe. That's a different level of magic. She looks at you. She goes, what world? What's the name of your world?"
Well, I can't speak for the rest of the group, but um, I'm from a different area called Terra.
Terra. So odd. She goes, so you and the rest of your friends are not from the same planet,
No.
the same realm. You can see she's just very just like she's pondering things. Trying to put pieces together. She goes, well, if that's the case and you're here, then that can't be good news for this world.
Well, what exactly would that entail?
What would what entail?
If we're here, does it offset anything on your world?
Well, from what we saw today, you did nothing but help us in battle. So that can't really hurt us in the short term. But like I said, the last recorded time somebody came here coming from another world or universe, it nearly destroyed the entire realm of Elvish kind. So can't exactly say it's going to be your being here is going to be taken well by a lot of people, especially if you're going around saying you're planet.
Meanwhile, we're over in the tavern. Cavonian's going, "We're from another fucking world. We've been here." And it's like that scene, like Bilbo Baggins, Frodo.
Yeah, I'm not even from this world. It's pretty good beer.
Continue.
Is Chiron with us?
Yes.
He's like, Chiron, do the magic hand thing.
How's he jerking off?
The magic hand thing.
You know,
What are you
with
talking about?
with the fixing of the algae, and
Oh, all right.
my head hurts. I'm like laying on the ground, occasionally sitting up to drink a beer and then laying back down.
Oh.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yes, an 18 hits me.
Okay. You get 10 hit points back.
Okay, thank you very much. That's good enough.
It's ectoplasm.
So
and then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
That's 1d8 plus 2. Come on. Oh, I'll take 5. Take another 7. Okay. We're good.
Kenny, these runes on the sword, are they dwarvish or just what kind of? And if so, could Inafine read them? Because she has that ability to read anything.
We just
They're not dwarvish. You wouldn't assume they're dwarvish.
The dwarven.
But she with what she had, that item I gave her at the beginning, she could read them.
Okay, so I show her the sword and I say, "Babe, what do these words say, man?" Because I'm pretty stoned off some lotus weed right now.
And an ale.
She reads the runes, and the runes pretty much read as she can comprehend them. Unlocking the riddle of steel will unlock the power of what was it? Will unlock the truth of Crom and what is best in life.
Three horse. Falcons at your wrist. And the wind in your hair.
Babe, that's deep as shit.
Wrong.
She says all that in a deep voice too.
It says it on that's what it says on the one side. On the other side, it says, "What is stronger, the steel or flesh?"
Or the hand that wields it. That's what Elsa said.
This sword is so deep.
That's what she said.
As she here's one note, something even cooler. As she reads it out loud, because she reads it in the language it's in. It's in, like, I don't want to say, it's not celestial, but it's like an old kind of sure, it's old Atlantean.
That would be canon.
As she reads the word, the runes vanish off the sword.
Okay, so basically, I must answer the riddle of steel and know what's best in life.
Yep. You have to riddle of steel. You have to know what's best in life, and you have to be able to tell what is stronger, the flesh or the steel.
The steel. Okay.
And by the way, you can't answer those questions until you die.
Technically.
I will go before him, and he will ask me, "What is the riddle of steel?"
All right, so do I say it out loud or do I just think it?
Hang on, we kind of just railroaded Tinko's scene, didn't we? Like, he was still.
No, but it's yeah, no, it's fine. Like, to go back and forth.
We're bouncing. Okay.
Gotta have levity.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Give me an insight check, Fatu.
19.
All right. So you start, like, you're sitting there, your whole Reddit. You start dropping your quotes like "crush enemies, children before you," and like nothing's happening, and you start getting the feeling that it's not necessarily what you say, but you have to prove your understanding and the truth and like the answer through combat, through actions, at least, I'd say.
You have to kill X amount of people before it activates again.
Maybe.
I must strike them down in an epic way to unlock the secrets of Crom.
Something like that, yeah.
Hey Kenny, what was that person's name? The lady that put that barrier up on the field.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Dragon Breast.
Breast.
Same person.
What? She's Lady
Breast.
She's not Lady Celeria, right?
It's funny every time.
Oh, she
Lady
is.
Celeria. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were two different.
Yeah. Nope. Same person. So, did you have any other questions for her, Kenzo? The last thing she told you was that she doesn't think that if you guys are going around telling everybody you're not from this world,
that wouldn't be
you're going to be well received.
Then I ask her, is there a chance that maybe, well, I know that you have, very limited resources. Is there a chance that we can camp somewhere or have quarters for us to maybe lay low? We can figure out some things while we're here on this earth, on this universe.
She says, "Oh, we can space and tent spare beds is not an issue." She go, I can help you as best I can. There's not much we can physically give, but a place to sleep for the night is not that's not asking much at all.
That would be awesome, and we'll try to
Your
keep
tits
a
are
low
good.
profile somehow. Unfortunately, we tend to pick it up from time to time.
She also tells you. So are you like kind of finishing up your conversation and planning on heading out?
Yeah,
tells
back
you, she
towards
goes-
the tavern.
She stops you as you go to turn around. She goes, "If you would like to read more, learn more about the records of people from other, like visitors from other worlds, other universes, you might want to check the libraries in Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter. They're two of the largest cities in all of Faerun. So they would have the best records." She goes, and she says, "Are you going right now? Before, because I can have some of my soldiers find you and direct you to tents in the mean when they're ready."
That would be lovely. I'll go check with my group. I'm sure they might want to crash somewhere.
Oh,
Where'd they? She's like, "Where'd they go?"
Well, let's just say they needed a little recovery.
From the
They're at the
distance,
tavern.
from the distance you hear with arms wide open.
The gold.
Yeah,
The whole
The Golden Grill. Yes.
and I
I will have-
apologize ahead of time.
the tavern called for an encore. and
There-
we're all
they'll-
singing together.
There will definitely be some discrepancies from time to time, so just give them time.
Okay.
With all that hope
I
and-
just head over to the tavern to see.
There we go.
As you enter the tavern, you see Kevin just busking on his lute to every great Creed song ever written, sitting on top of a table.
He's
You
up to
just
my
see-
he's up
you
to my
see-
sacrifice now.
My sacrifice.
I was a D1 athlete.
And standing in front of the table is on. You got Kaywin, Fatu, and Chiron are just standing there, arms around each other's
Oh
shoulders.
my god!
Fatu and Kaywin have lit fucking.
How's this? But
Jays.
I'm going, play
It's like a
Skinner.
lit-
Play some Skinner.
I keep accidentally slipping into Pearl Jam because it's too damn similar.
How dare you? How dare you?
Jeremy Spoker.
And I wish it, and I wish it all away, yeah. And I know what I say, and I know what I say.
You notice the bartender. He grabs the bar back. He goes, "I need you to tell my cousin Eddie that I found the new sound he's looking for."
Oh my god!
So yeah, are you guys just gonna continue drinking in the bar?
I see Tinzo come in, and I work his name into the song like, and Tinzo's walking in from out in the sunlight. Give this man in hell. He probably got us hell. Tenzo's inside now. And that's it.
That's it. You just stop playing completely.
I'm playing.
I just look at him. I'm like, that was beautiful, man. That was beautiful. I got tense.
I talked to a dragon.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Who the fuck interrupts a dragon? What's wrong?
It worked for a second. I thought it was going to work. I was behind you the whole way, buddy.
It will work again.
Dude, aren't dragons' pride and ego like their big thing? What the fuck's wrong with you, man? That thing could have eaten you.
He's alive.
Or I could have
He
used
did
it.
puke on us.
He was considering it.
It was consensual. It was consensual.
You say it was the implication? All right. So, Inafine, are you done with your glass of water?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there enjoying the boys act how they are acting.
You notice.
I like how we
as
make
you're skinning, like you're watching this Christian rock music show in front of you as you're petting Ruckus, who's just like kind of yelping at the sounds of Kevonian singing.
Yeah, like
As
cowering.
you're scanning the room, you notice the bartender. He's like, he sees you make eye contact with him. He's like, waves you over.
Who?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
To Inafine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over because I think Fatu's too busy like singing, right? So I'm
Singing
just
and
gonna-
smoking, yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna walk over.
So as you approach the bartender, he's like, my lady, real quick, your friend, I take it you're with these fellas that are putting on the show.
Yes.
All right, they've kind of run up a sizable tab.
Oh my god.
I didn't get a group name. Like what name is this tab under? What do I call you guys?
Everything
The
else.
Dirty 20 Gang.
The what?
The Dirty 20 Gang.
The Dirty 20 Gang.
Oh, this
He
is
looks,
where-
at, he looks at the bar back. He goes,
Yeah.
"The fuck's a Dirty 20? There's 6 of you.
Mind your fucking
There's
business.
7 of you. What the fuck's a Dirty 20?
We fight like 20.
I walk over and I'm like, unofficial, but yeah, sure.
All right. Dirty. Right. He's just got like his cloth. He's Dirty 20. Writes that down a number. He goes,
Somebody
"Yo,
somebody
I
throw.
know about
I just shout.
gold,
Somebody
dude."
throw some gold at this guy and get him to shut up.
How many? What did he say?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask how much it is
You're at the
currently.
point you owe about 2 gold piece.
Oh,
You guys have
That's
been
Give him
drinking
4.
a lot.
Give him
Donations.
4.
I provided entertainment for this place for the past 4 hours.
Throw that son of a bitch 4 gold pieces so he can drink for the rest of the night, will you?
Yeah.
Shut this guy up and get us another pitcher of ale.
You know what?
I'm gonna toss 5 gold pieces because
And then ask him, does he
Look,
have
you look-
more beer?
He looks at he sees
Yeah,
the odd coins that don't match any coin he's ever seen. He's like, "Fuck it, gold. All right. Let me know when you win the next round."
Go ahead and bite it, buddy.
Hey man, when you want to finish that discussion about multiverse theory, just come to these guys right here.
So the Dirty 20 Gang is good at multi theory and weirdly catchy songs. Got it.
I'm
And then
just like,
he goes back
I
to fucking off.
okay,
I do a kip up from my laying down position. I say, look, mate, gold is fucking gold. Everything exists. They're here, just everywhere.
Mate.
I like when the elf gets drunk.
So, a few hours pass. Kavonian runs through the entire Creed discography. Even some Temple of the Dog.
Don't knock Temple of the Dog.
I don't. They're great.
Temple of the Dog is great.
I pull out some.
I'm going hungry.
I pull out some early 2000s Silverchair.
Wow.
Ready?
By this point in the night, Kavonian's just kind of leaning up against the wall at the base of the table, just like, and a couple well-armed elves walk in.
I start pointing them out, the group.
They approach they're like, we're Tinzo. Who amongst you might be a Tinzo?
I'm
You. All right. We were directed by the High Lady Dragon's Breast to direct to direct
breast!
you to your,
He said Dragon's Breast.
to direct you and your party to your tents for the night.
Yes,
They're ready, and if you will come with us.
will do. Guys, let's go.
Somebody pick me up.
Chiron, can you pick up Kavonian? Come on now.
You tell Lady Dragon Tit that I think she's A-okay.
I tell one of the guards, can you grab him?
Yeah.
He can't stand.
Lady Dragon Tit is a nice lady.
I raise the sword of Crom to the sky and I say, I have the power!
Dragon Tits!
Dragon Tits! We all say Dragon Tits together.
Jesus.
Chiron
picks up Kavonian.
He's still walking out of the place going, Dragon Tits! Dragon Tits! Dragon Tits!
Chiron picks up Kavonian. He's like, let's head back to this tent. You're gonna be the little spoon tonight.
I whisper in his ear. I go, listen.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
Everybody says they hate you, but they really love you. But me, I hate you.
Oh my god.
I love you. And I pass out.
Wow.
He's got you slung over. He looks at the rest of the party. He makes direct eye contact with Fatu. He goes, "It's gonna be a nice night." Gives Fatu a wink.
I don't see nothing.
You son of a bitch.
I think he's going to fuck him.
We shared a barrel.
He's going full Bill Carr here. I'm gonna fuck him.
I'm gonna go and fuck him now.
I fuck kids. That's a Bill Carr quote.
It is a Bill Carr. It's a Bill Carr original.
I'm wanted in 35 states. Fuck kids.
Oh my god.
So you follow. You guys stumble out of the Golden Grail. You follow these very high-to-do elf soldiers. They take you to a couple pretty nice tents, considering the situation. You guys walk in. There's two total tents. You know, they fit a handful in each one. It's nice little digs. Tinzo, as you walk in, you watch as Chiron carries in Kavonian's fucking unconscious body. As he walks by, he's like, it's gonna get weird.
And then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna.
Fatu, Inafine is kind of carry you into your bed because you've got one too many in.
They smell like lavender and honey.
Yeah, Kaywin, the elf soldiers drunk toss you into the cot across from Fatu and Inafine.
I fall in the bed and I go, The clown has no penis.
I know
You
what
can
that's
see as they turn to leave, you can tell that they are moderately disgusted by the
brother.
lot of you. Nori's in the same tent with Fatu and the rest of you guys. And the night actually goes out without a hitch because you're in a military camp for the what you perceive to be the winning side of the battle. Everybody take a long rest.
Finally.
Yes, sir.
Been weeks.
And you guys actually you fall asleep to the sounds of like it's late to the point where the rest of the army had already come back by the time you guys were dragged out of that bar, and you fall asleep to the sound of the surviving ranks of the army kind of celebrating their winning of the battle. As you wake up in the morning, you know there's light smoke in the air from fires burning out, moderately thick fog as you're in a low-lying grassland area. It's eerily quiet. Eerily quiet. And on the wind in the far distance, you hear the sound. Shitty goblin death metal.
God damn it.
As you wake up and you hear that you step outside of your tent, you're greeted by Lord Braun, who's standing there facing the exact direction that the music's coming from. He's standing there. He goes, "It's a horrible sound, isn't it? Makes you sick to your goddamn stomach. I wish we could just wipe them all out, but they just come back like insects."
And then they charge you $265 to wrestle.
They do what?
Never mind.
He's like, they're like rabbits. You kill one and 2 to 3 take its place. I fear one day the world will explode with all the goblins living underneath the ground.
We just bombed them with fire. They're like,
We had a problem with that in the mountains of the old dwarven kingdoms I'm from. It was more of a rat problem, not a troll problem. So I guess it's not the same thing, but it is the same thing. We had a rat guy. We had a rat guy.
were they rodents of an unusual size?
He looks at you.
Yeah.
He goes. He looks at you. He goes. You ward. What kingdom would that be?
The kingdom of Stoneforge.
You just made that up.
Not really.
But it is original.
He goes. Well, Lady Dragonbreast told me what your friend. He's like he Lady Dragonbreast told me what your friend
Ah!
her spoke about
Breast.
yesterday. He looks at you. He goes, "Grow up."
He's probably older than you, sir.
He's like, yeah, probably is. But he's looking at Fatu. He goes, she told me about the conversation your friend had. So I can tell you right now I've never heard that. But you all appear to be survivors in the least. So what is your plan moving forward?
Well, after speaking with Lady Celeria, I think that we should probably investigate a little bit of the libraries of Neverwinter and Baldur's.
Well, I would be careful on the roads. The world is not a safe place right now. Do you know where you're going?
No. Can you kind of point the way?
I mean, I knew the answer. He goes, he's like, Baldur's Gate, not too far. What you're gonna want to do, you're gonna head north. You're gonna. Oh, what the fuck just happened?
Why
You're
do
gonna-
I? Why do I think? Why am I picturing this as the scene in Wayne's World where Chris Farley is giving them directions on where to go?
What you want to do?
Bring it back to Detroit.
He's looking at the majority of the players as Kavonian, Chiron, Fatu, and Kaywin are all hung over, to say the least. He looks at Tinzo and Enefi and he goes, and Nori, he's like, well, you're going to, he's like, you're gonna head north till you reach the main road, the old Dune Trail. You're going to head west. He goes, as you head west, you're going to follow that until you come across a main break heading northwest. That's the Coast Way. He goes, that will be at the city of Nashkel. He goes, from there, you'll head north until you come across. You'll end up going through a few cities. You'll go through Bergost. You'll go around the city of Candlekeep. And eventually you'll come across the city of Baldur's Gate. That'd be the first place you'd go. Probably a 2-day march.
You don't happen to have any horses you could spare, do you? Or a wagon?
Not happening here. He goes, what we have is we need everything we have. And he looks at Tinzo, he goes, and I'm sure the lady gave you the same story today.
Correct.
Had to try.
Yeah. He tells you, he's like, if you can't find any answers there, you continue north and you come across Neverwinter. If you need answers or if you want to come back and help, he goes, stop by the city of Burdusk to talk to the lady if you want to come back to Erebor. He goes, we can find work for you and see if we can help you. I wish you well on your travels. Can't say I can guarantee you'll find anything you want.
So, want to just like steal a horse? Grand Theft Equine?
One horse for all of us?
Well, horses.
Is it still nighttime?
No, it's dawn. It's morning. You guys have.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
everybody. But here's the thing: is everybody is where we were, however many hours ago.
What?
Like they're all just getting done celebrating, getting drunk. We're awake
Yeah.
and sobering up. We could take advantage of their.
Well, they were finishing off this army, the goblin forces, and marching back to camp.
We slept. We slept during their whole revelry.
Yeah.
And merriment phase. So
Yeah,
they're sleeping off, probably sleeping off, getting drunk as well. So we can just like steal somebody's horse. Oh, and horses is plural.
Okay.
Do you know
Do you
what
want
I'm
to give
saying?
me an investigation check?
Do you know what I am saying?
Yeah. If you want to look for
I'll investigate.
horses and
I'll investigate.
I think I'm sleeping.
That was a 19 investigation.
Okay. As you guys you've kind of regrouped, woke up, you've left talking to Lord Braun. You're walking through the camp. You come across what would be a very rudimentary stables for the cavalry horses. they're all inside of the stable. There's only one or two like stable hands, like young. They're kids, kind of running around, just making sure the horses are fed. On a 19, you also do notice off at the far end of said stable is a small like cart, horse-drawn cart, one horse. It's a large horse. It's an obvious it's like a Clydesdale, it's a big word.
Is there like some sort of animal medic spot where we could like take horses that are injured and like rehabilitate them? Because I could like cure wounds. I can do that to animals, can't I? Creature you touch regains another hit points. Yeah.
Even on a 19, you don't see any wounded animal. You would assume that any animal wounded in the thick of battle or
just gets a humane death.
Yeah, either put down in either left to die or put down.
Okay. So we have to steal someone's beloved horse. Or we pay off stable keepers to say, hey, these horses died. Here's some gold.
Let's take that Clydesdale and that wagon. Fucking be gone.
Okay.
I think they're too busy to chase us down over a wagon.
Or we just
We
make
should
it,
be stealthy about it.
or we just make it look like we belong here all along. Fake it till you make it.
Everybody want to do that? So we don't have to walk this whole way?
How do you plan on doing this?
Somebody needs to either pay off the stable hands or distract them. Cavonian approaches stable hands.
Oh, I forgot. Cavonian, as you're walking towards the stable, you can't help but wonder why your ass hurts so much.
Jesus Christ!
Oh wow! It always was someone getting in the ass.
Yep.
It took 2 hours and 12 minutes this time. That might be the longest.
It's because he's the bard, and bards are the sexual beings.
Sexual deviant. Speaking of which, so you said they're like kids?
They're young. They're younger. They're probably like 10, 12-year-old. They're not old enough to fight, but they're old enough to be like field hands and work.
He walks up to him and he goes, "Hello, children."
Stranger danger.
Hey, children.
Yeah.
Like, man, I would hate to have to be shoveling up horse shit all day. How do you guys do this job all day?
Better than being an elf.
I'm a half elf, but I actually do a lot of pretty cool things. By the way, I can play the lute, and I have a flute that summons bears. So, what do? You pick up horse shit.
Really sounds like you're trying to compensate there, fella.
Well, you know what? you know what helps me when I feel down? You ever tried lotus weed?
What lotus? He looks at the other kid. He goes, "What's that garbage you keep getting from your cousin?" It's not lotus weed.
Trust me, all the cool kids are doing this.
That what you filthy animals in the Elven Kingdom smoke? You can tell this kid's really racist.
Yeah, I'm figuring that.
I'm slowly getting pissed.
Like, this is what all the lords and ladies smoke now, and we just got this from the lord and lady of the camp.
We don't take kindly.
You told us to bring it down to the stable hands so that they can have a break from shoveling shit all day.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okie dokie. I never remember. Plus 11. Okay. 2, Thank God that was with advantage because I got a nat 1 in that second one. 17. 28.
Kids go. The lady wanted to give us weed.
Do you understand common?
Yeah. He looks at you. He goes, "What are you gonna speak your filthy elvish tongue at us?"
God.
Will it make you feel smarter? Smoke the fucking weed. And I throw him a couple bundles.
Yeah. He looks at the other kid. He goes, "I was about to say something nice about the lady giving us weed, and he had to make that nasty comment." He goes, "This is why I hate these pieces of shit. They think they're better than you. I do honest work here, you cocksucker." As he's rolling up a joint, he fucking lights it up, and he's just like, they're sitting there. A couple minutes go by, and you can tell these kids were not ready for that weed, and they're just like, what kind of magic is this? Charge of the elves were evil, and they just pass out.
I go, all right, let's go get that cart. And as we walk by, I take up one of the shovels. I shovel a big steaming pile of horse shit, and I just mush it right down into the kid's face and walk away.
Do it to both of them.
Wow.
Do it to both of them. For
All right.
I'm gonna have you do it. I'm not doing.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
I have to keep notes now because I'm going to remember the things you do. Amazonian.
That's a weird way to write it.
Shut up. Shoveled shit
It's like
into
right down.
racist kid's face, not knowing he was the Lord's son. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
So this kid's got a big old plopper on his mushed onto his face now, and he's just out cold, stone. So you guys hop on the cart.
I wrote a dick on his forehead with the Sharpie.
Can we also take the rest?
What?
Can I also?
Where'd you get a Sharpie from?
Can we take the rest of the weed that they didn't smoke?
Oh, of course.
Of course we do.
Okay.
As you guys grab onto approach the Clydesdale and cart. Who's the first person to grab a hold of it?
I can do it.
You
I'll
want to
do
do it? Then give me an animal handling check.
Animal handling. Excuse me. Hold on, I was trying to check something. I have
I can do that because I'm proficient in that.
I have a +6 in it, but I also have animal friendship. But I don't know if I want it because that works for 24 hours. But so I'm just gonna roll. Yeah.
Yeah, give me the check. Give me the check. Give me 1 second.
Animal
I'm
handling.
really hoping. What'd you roll?
Animal handling, you said?
Yeah. Please be in that one. Please be in that one.
21.
Damn it. All right. So as you're approaching the Clydesdale, it's a little bit jumpy as you guys are approaching that doesn't know you. You're able to kind of approach it, put your work your soothsaying magic. The horse calms down enough for you to hop on top of the cart, and everybody piles in, and you start to slowly. Now, are you? Oh, hold on. You're ready to leave? Try to slowly leave, like stealthy, or are you guys just getting the fuck out of Dodge?
We want to kind of do it like, I think how Brandon said, like we're supposed to be doing it, right? Not like we're trying to be sneaky, but we're not going to rush to draw attention.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna need you. See something. What would I have you roll?
Can Nori like stealth us
She's
out?
not. Well, if you're not, but that's the thing. You're not trying to do it stealthily. So everybody, give me a D20 roll.
This is
I'll
pretty-
roll for Nori and Chiron, obviously. Just a straight D20.
I got a 14.
12.
I rolled a 19. She rolled a 13.
So 12 is the lowest so far.
Okay. Kaywin?
He stepped away, it looks like.
What about Chiron?
I already rolled for Chiron.
Yeah, okay.
Do 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 do. Feel like he went to make a pooter.
All right, I'll roll for him real quick. Perfect. Yeah, it was more just to make sure nobody rolled a nat 1. So, you all hop in the cart. Kavonia, you got the reins. You guys just start click clack, click clack, click clack, click clack, slowly heading north from the camp. You get a few there's a couple thrown together watchtower kind of areas or kind of spots. You get a couple looks from the guys working those towers, but they don't say anything because if anything, you probably assume you're heading out to get more supplies. As you approach the main road, you after a few, probably about 15 minutes, you approach what you assume is the main road Ron told you about. And now, which way do you go? Left or right?
Kenzo, you took notes, right?
Well, I think it was north and northwest.
I remember a lot of.
You've been heading north, so which way do you go?
Which way are we facing out, leaving
West, wherever which way west is.
You're facing north, as like you're heading north away from the camp.
So then we'll go left.
Okay.
Right? Everybody agrees?
Well, I think I remember Kenny saying something like, we go north, we go right, and then or head northwest as we go right.
It's very confusing.
I don't know. I thought you said something like that, but I only remember it was north and then northwest. Those are the only two.
All right, you guys tell me which way you're heading. You've approached the road. Which way do you head?
Is there a guard there? Is there a guard there?
No, it's just you're a few miles from the camp. You're at the main road
already. Holy shit! I thought we just walked out of the camp.
No, you rode out on the cart.
Left.
Does everybody agree?
I'm just surprised that actually worked.
We're good.
We're trying to go to Neshkel.
Sure.
Okay, so you head left. As you're going left, you feel the dawning sun on your back. The sun rises in the east, you fucking mongoloids.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
That means we're going west.
Yeah. And you begin heading west. With that, I'm going to, considering we're without Laura, I'm going to wrap it up for the night.
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
You're on the
is
road heading
is
west?
acceptable.
On your way to trying to find your way to Baldur's Gate.
Elders. We lost. We fucking lost, man.
Give me that fucking map.
I'm the dude. Playing a dude disguised as another dude.
It's been a while since I've had a good group Lincoln Osiris mention.
Got any tips?
In tips. You like Rambo, right?
Rambo,
Like,
not
you're
Rambo,
like
not Rambo
You're
1,
like
Rambo 2 when he was all shredded up.
You're like him. Yeah. Give me a fucking man.
That fucking map.
Everybody knows you don't goof, fool retard.
So mine.
What was that, 2.5 hours? Yeah. that's not
2 hours and 25 minutes. We are still live, but we're just done playing. This is the after show.
Which does not last long.
Yeah, where we discuss all the things that go into Kavoni's ass.
Oh,
Hey, look, this is the probably the longest we made it before somebody talking about something going in someone's ass.
every time.
In the 6 months we've been doing this.
It's always my ass for some reason.
I
You're the
wonder why.
bard. You're the filthy whore.
Mm-hmm.
You're the filthy elvish mudblood.
I don't even feel bad that kid was the mayor's kid or whatever, the Lord's
Oh,
kid.
I don't care either. Yeah, one more thing out and I was gonna shoot him.
Racist shit.
Yeah, or at least threaten to shoot him.
All right, fellas.
I
On
just
that
decided to make that kid racist on the fly. I was like, this kid's gonna be a little racist piece of shit.
it worked.
Yeah, which that means the Lord is probably racist too, so we shouldn't take anything he says.
I mean,
At least
definitely
Infine.
bad about stealing from them.
the lady did say that they put their differences aside for this battle, for
Yeah,
this war.
And we stole their horse.
I mean, we should have left some gold too, but maybe oh well.
We got their kids high. Like, how much more do they
Yeah,
want?
they're not gonna punish the fucking Lord's kid. He'll get like a slap on the wrist. Don't do it again. Don't do it again, and then
That's what I'm
move
saying.
on.
We did them a favor. They had a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that kid'll be fine.
Right.
The character building funny part of his autobiography. When he's
Yeah.
when he's
Every
Lord.
Till 30 years down the road, the kid hates elves so much he starts a holy war against elves.
The Alpha
One
cost.
creepy elf. Force
Yeah.
fed.
An elf holocaust.
You didn't even ask the kid's name.
No.
It's Adolf.
What the
We just discouraged him from being a painter. Your paintings suck.
We wanted to name him Attila.
He wakes up covered in shit. I had a dream about something called a final solution.
To the elf problem.
Night,
Manure.
guys.
Manure.
Right.
Good night. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off too.
All right, man.
I bet you're gonna get
Every-
off.
I was gonna say we're good for next week.
Yeah, I think
Should
so.
be. This is like a month away, but the weekend of June 20. Oh no, never mind, because we're starting that a Saturday. Never mind. Good night.
Okay.
Adios.
Bye.
Adios.